Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. You're watching FX, and in this video, technical analysis for new trading week. And let's look what happened this week. As expected, it was pretty wild week. We had some news, and the market reacted quite well. Let's say interesting reaction happened, and let's start with euro dollar as usual. You can see it right now on my screen, and this is the 4-hour chart. And as you can see, well, let's go to daily chart. So you can see right now that the euro dollar is just reached the one of the levels, and now you know why I did not want to move these levels. Remember, I was telling you can move them a little bit low, a little bit higher, but I was buried in mind. But I preferred to leave it as it is, and now you can see that the expectation that it should get to this level actually just proved that it did happen. So previous week we had the news which I was waiting for and expecting, and exactly the trades I was making last week were based on the news, except the one pair I didn't trade in the news event. And the only remember when I was telling you and warning that because everybody already were expecting like 90% that the interest rates were supposed to be raised, that the market could have already know about it, and that's why it could have been anything, could have happened anything. And of course, after you expect after the interest rates raised, you would expect the currency to go up. And what happened last week? The other way around. So the dollar, instead of going up, it dropped. So that's you can see when we had the news event happen, euro went up instead of going down, because the market already had that news in mind and was, let's say, using something different. So it was concentrating more on what the conference or wherever was the report afterwards, what the Fed was talking about after the rate decision. So that's what I'm saying. And you see the market decided it wasn't enough strong comments, let's say. Even after the interest rates raised, the market took its own way, accepted that news. That's what I was talking about. That's what I was telling you, why you have to be careful with the news events, and you expect one and something different can happen. It's every time. That's why, you know, my strategies mostly used, and especially the news events, I always trade using two orders, pending orders, buy and sell. So that's exactly how I traded this week, the news event. And that's why I'm saying, usually for me, it doesn't matter which way it will go, as long as it goes one direction, it's always good. And the previous week it was very nice because we didn't have any jumps. You can see the nice straight move. And what's happening now? So it does look like euro broke that channel, let's say. You can see, remember, it was sitting in this channel for a few weeks and slightly going up. So I have new these little levels which indicating a uptrend. But at the same time, the pair was stopped by this important level, which means it's still in a downtrend. So that's why right now it's not easy to say what is going to happen, which is okay. And that's why I will be trading again, placing the orders both directions. As you can see here on the 15-minute chart, like for example, here was very nice little channel, like some of you asking, do the market, I still trade with my channel strategy? That's your answer. Yes, if there are channels created on the market, I do trade. So for example, this little trade next to important level, and we had a drop, and I had a little profit closed around this level. So I had my 10 pips profit here. So that's how I will be trading next week. Of course, placing the orders the both ways, because sometimes, as you know, when you can see it's the obvious trend. If it's going like one direction, I would look for one pending order, like let's say sell or buy, but usually I do place both directions orders. So right now euro pound is next to the level. I have this new little one, so I will be waiting for consolidation, of course. So what is it going to create? And I will be placing both orders, buy and sell. Right now we can see it looks like it might create head and shoulders. We have a head here, have another shoulder here, and maybe possibly this is going to be another shoulder. And you do know that I prefer a little bit straight patterns when if the shoulder would be a little bit more straight, but it could be using this level so as a support. That's why I will be looking. So maybe not placing from that level the orders for sale, but maybe see if it will continue going down around this area. So it could be around this level, placing the sell pending orders, and the buy orders would be, of course, from that level. But it all depends how the market will open on Monday, on Sunday night for some of you, and what is it going to create? So I would presume would be some consolidation if there wouldn't be any jumps or gaps. So any consolidation around this area, so I could place my orders. And here we are. We have all the other levels. So if the market goes up, this is one level. If the market goes down, I have one, and then another important level where it's been stopped quite often. And also with these levels, it could be changed. For example, I'm not going to do it, but I can show you, like, for example, you can change it a little bit to place it like this using the other tops and to use some other bottoms. So it could be a little bit like that, for example. So, but if we will go on a bigger chart, so what do we see here is that that level, we have some bottoms coming out of this level. So you can see here a little bit around here was, so that's why I would say, for example, if that movement if it will break the channel and will continue up, so it wouldn't be exactly a stopping point that level. It could be just the area of the price area. You can see a little bottom and we had before, so maybe a little bit low. So around this, let's say, price range between that level and slightly a little bit low, using some bottoms from the bigger time frames. So also we have quite important two tops, previous tops, which are stopping point for this third top, as you can see. So it's probably going to be quite strong. I'm not going to draw another level here because this is also the level, and of course if it will break it, then I would expect it, of course, to continue going up. But at this moment it's quite hard to say because you can see market is also is confused and stopped here, couldn't continue its way up because it's still an uncertainty what to look for and wait for. So what I'm going to wait is for now is technically for consolidation. Of course, I want to bring back the levels the way they were, because for me I think it's a little bit better this way, a little bit more stronger, because it was stopped by that level. You can see how the candles sit around there. So that's how I pick my levels, where I think the market use them as a bit more stronger point. So let's say it could be something like a little channel like that, could be a little bit lower. Let's say I would leave it like this, but we do know, so I just want to go on a smaller one. So that would be, you can see here the candles were stopped by that level. That's why I want to use this particular line. So that's what I'm saying. Just need to see when the market opens if it will continue and actually create something which would look like a neck of the pattern. So that's what my thought for euro dollars. I will be waiting for in consolidation, and I will be placing the orders for buy and sell if it will continue consolidation. So, and wouldn't be any big movement, jumps or anything on the beginning, on the open market. Okay, going to pound dollar, and unfortunately the article 50 was cancelled, and it wasn't triggered. So obviously you can see that the market prepared for it before, a week before, and many were expecting it to be triggered, I guess, but it didn't happen. And what happened this week? It jumped up, then jumped down, didn't break and didn't go any further, so it was still in the same area. And then it went up and continued to go higher on the news again, just like any other pairs with dollar. So it did exactly the same movement, let's say, what the other ones did. So what many people think that happened because some people just closed their positions and expecting the Brexit, and that's it could have been why it moved up, because still I would still expect, I would be still looking for opportunities to sell pound dollar. So this is the only pair for now. I wouldn't place the orders for both ways, for buy and sell, not just yet. I still want to have my own position. Pound dollar for me is a sell. And just like I was doing it before, I was saying to you, in every possible moment I'm selling, and it was working well. I was a bit disappointed when the market didn't go up here before the news supposed to happen, so it was continuing going down, and then it's consolidated before everybody expected it. But then they cancelled the Article 50 this week. It went up, so I still believe that it's pushed. The pound is pushed. Because I do believe they want to keep it in a specific price range. Let's say they don't want to drop too much, because you don't know how far it can go. It might go really far, because uncertainty again, right? With Brexit, with pound and eurozone, and what the agreements will be. So what I'm looking for, I actually had, I also was trading it on the news event, because and I was using my own system, my system, because I had very nice little channels in here, and before the news event happened, so that's why I wanted to go for a trade, because I did see that it looks like it's going up, and it's going up, so that's why I went. I decided to trade. I was trading it, and because I was expecting pound to going up previous week, and I thought I will risk it, and I will go for a New Zealand trade, because that's what it was. If they canceled the Article 50, it was obvious, kind of, well, not obvious, but I had concern that it probably will be going up this week, the previous week, because the Article 50 wasn't triggered. So now they're saying that possibly it will be triggered at the end of the March, or it could be triggered any day. So I think, yeah, it's all this, the games, they're playing the games. It's the worst thing is to wait, of course, waiting time, because you don't know now. We don't know when it's gonna happen. Maybe they want it like this, so to keep it a bit more quiet, let's say. I don't know, but my position is going to be to sell. So when I was buying on the news event, then when it's up and reached the important level, here it was a consolidation. I actually had a pending order for sale in here, and on Monday I will see how the market will behave, and through that movement and wherever it will go, I will place some more pending orders for sale. So maybe I'm wrong about it, but I don't want to miss a good movement. So for this week, it could possibly continue to go up until the Article 50 will be triggered, or something else would happen. And you can see it's broke the level, and yes, I can say I can move it a little bit more, but I'm going to leave it as it was, because I have another important level here, remember, and I did actually sell from that level before, and I would expect pound to go up, continue going back into this area, just like it was here. So I would think it might, for this week, it will be around this area. I'm not sure if it will, how I was expecting before. As you remember, when we were still there somewhere, I was still concerned that it will go up high and would actually reach that level, or at least around, will stop around in the middle or something before the Brexit happens. So I would think it might go up again a bit. Depends how strong it will get and how much power whoever push it will have and how far they want it to go. But I would be looking if it will be gone again back into the area like here. So if it will go back into this area, then I will be placing the pending orders from that level, and I will be doing it behind that level a little bit lower. But I will be placing the pending orders for sale. Definitely, I will be. And of course, and if it will go higher, then I will be looking for any orders to place around this area. Just depends how far it will go. That's how I will be doing. I will not be looking for opportunities to buy pound this week. So, because if previous week they definitely said Article 50 is not triggered, that's why I went for a buy. This week, we don't know if they're going to trigger it or not. They promise it end of the month, maybe any time, maybe any day. Who knows? Now you don't know when it's going to happen. You don't want to miss the moment. So I will have my pending orders for sale. So definitely. So that's how I look at pound right now at this moment, and that's what I'm planning to do for next week, even couple of weeks. So until the Brexit happens. So that's it. Going to Australian dollar and did the same. You can see it went up just like other pairs, which do all of the things against dollar. And now you remember why I closed all my positions here. And I expected it to go back, except I expected it to go into this area. And on the news event, just as I said, could anything happened, could have go up, could have continued go down. So it doesn't matter. On the news event, I was trading again with my strategy, and had a good trade. And what's now? So Australian dollar, I would still say I would prefer it to sell, but I think with Australian dollar, I might go for both ways again, placing the orders for buy and sell. Why? So you can see this is big candle. It's actually broke all the levels, and actually it's above the roughly, let's say, above the important triangles level, and now it's consolidating above it. Well, again, we will see what's going to happen on the opening of the market and what's going to happen on Monday, and what's going to be next week. Next week, they're expecting some more commentary, I think, from Yellen and some other meetings or anything. So of course needs to be attentive around those days, and I will be watching, of course, if there will be consolidation. So I probably will be placing the orders both ways, buy or sell. Depends which way it will go. So because it's the same, you can see it's did jump up. Just as I said, it might be as expected the break in the level of the triangle, and then it should turn around. But who knows? Right now it's uncertainty. But it didn't break. For example, if you see, it was stopped before around the same area, but it's been stopped a few times. So, and you can see it's been here too, and again here. So it could be the third. Let's say. Roughly the third could be the lucky, right? So that's what I'm saying. For consolidation now, I would be waiting and see if it's possibility for both ways. So maybe it could be breaking time. Well, it also depends what's the news from Australia. So for example, if it will go up, then I will be looking at well, let's say if it's an uptrend, that's how it should look, because we had a downtrend and then it started to the bottoms, as you remember. Yeah, they're going up. So this is where you just draw it parallel. I'm not going to do a proper trend channel yet because we still have an uncertainty around there. So need to still wait. Will it break it or not? So if it will, I would expect it to continue to go up, and this would be one of the targets, but in a long future, not like in the moment. But that's how it would look, the uptrend channel. Of course, then first we would look a little bit lower to see where the other stopping points could be, which could be around any areas. But let's say if it will go up, for example, to go for my little profits, like I usually do, close in some positions, then it could be quite possible at this moment. And also if it could be here I'm using this bottom, but it also could be used this bottom. as you remember, if you watched the previous videos too, then it could possibly be this bottom used, and then it could be, it all could be the same, a little bit higher, but it's all we would look at this level a little bit in the future. It needs to break it first. Right now it didn't break it yet, so it didn't come out of anything. So I'm going to leave everything as it was. I'm going to leave that. I'm removing that. And I also had a pending order, and as I'm saying, I had a pending order around this level, and slightly a little bit low because we have this consolidation. So that's what I'm saying. Need to see how the market opens, and maybe before something which should move the market happens. So I would presume it might create a little consolidation around this area, just like I did before. So it's all from the graphics, it's all technical, nothing new I'm telling you about. So, and then that's it, as easy as it is, placing the orders. So just as I had before, right now I took away the order. I'm using my line trader, so and my little expert. So, but for the weekend, right now I don't have any open positions, so I want to see how the market opens, if there will be any jumps or not. As I'm saying, I'll wait how the market opens, what it will create, if it will be very nice and quiet, creating consolidation, and of course I will be looking for placing the orders. But as I'm saying, the both ways this time, for sell and for buy. So from both. And the other levels, if it will continue the way down, I still have my levels here, and that's it. As usual, I will be closing some positions, hopefully, if it will continue down. So I will be looking again, come back into this area, then breaking it and breaking that level, and continue where I will be topping up in the future. Let's say, depends how it will go down. If it will continue going down and will stay still in the triangle. So, but at this point, waiting time. Again, just a waiting time for consolidation. We have a little bit here, does look like a little double top, which kind of gives a little bit like a bell, ringing the bell. Oh, look like it's a little double top, so it's a quite good chance it will go down, but you know, it's never 100% anything. So more, we need time. More consolidation here. You can see that after the news, the market just didn't know where to go next. It happens quite often after the news event. Not always market picks up its direction, especially right now in what's happening everywhere in the world. So that's with Australian and dollar. Dollar yen also was nice and beautiful. As I'm saying, it's not to trade it. It was, I don't know, why wouldn't you trade something like that? It was just a very good opportunity. And just as expected, they had a good move, but the other way, right? No, didn't go up because the interest rate, but it did went down, which is also good. Went nicely down, and now it's back to the most important level here. We had it before. So what I'm expecting, of course, I'm waiting for consolidation again, what it's going to do. So I would look for not just around this area, around that level, but going down a little bit more. I have here another level, as you can see. I already could use this level because I have two bottoms, and it does have like a little uptrend bottom level. Right here, it's still on the same level. Couldn't break that top. So just the waiting time. Of course, after drop, you would expect a correction, but it could continue going down. So nothing I want to say until I would see how it's going to consolidate. Of course, if it will be consolidation, here will be again both direction orders, buy and sell, and pending orders. Again, I'm saying pending orders. It doesn't mean that I'm going to buy and sell at the same time. I will be placing the pending orders. It's all with my strategies, as I was saying. Like you can see, it has a little consolidation here, and need to see what it's going to do. I wouldn't just use this little area because it's only like 20 pips to the next one, so it could be stopped by this. That's why I would look how long this is going to be around here. Will it break it a little bit and will create something around this area? So that's what needs to be considered. That's what I'm going to consider next week. And see, just like you can see, usually it prepares for a few days for good moves, dollar yen. So it either creates really nice patterns or channel, so it consolidates for a few days. So we need to see. Of course, right now it's going down, but what's going to happen next? Will it continue? No, doesn't matter as long as it will have again a good move. So that's what my view on for the next week for dollar yen, just to see if it will continue consolidating in this area. Dollar Canadian, well, again, as expected, it stopped around the area, and before the news event didn't make any big movement, so it was sitting in here, and great move, which also I used for trading. So what's now? Is it, well, kind of didn't go too far, right? So maybe don't forget to look with Fibonacci. I do look Fibonacci. It just always in the head. I don't draw it very often. I just look at and can see already that it was around the 50 area. So it could be an uptrend, had a consolidation. Maybe it will continue going up, and we still have that uptrend level, right? Or maybe it will continue to go down. So it could be possible. Because we all had this nice up, nice down all the way back to the level of the uptrend channel, and this is quite strong level. So again, anything can happen, and because when I was here, I was saying to you that I will be looking more for selling or just looking for any creation, just like I did before, and that's what the news event, it stopped it here. And right now, because it's in the middle, let's say, of nowhere, so it could be opportunities both ways, again, buy or sell. So I will be looking for placing the pending orders again, both directions, buy or sell. So right now I have a little, it's like a little flag pattern, let's say. So need to see, so it could be continuing of the downtrend that what the news gave us. So again, it's just a waiting time. Need to see how it's going to open and how it behave on Monday, and before something else is going to happen. Any other, of course, the Canadian is dependent on the oil prices. So if the oil price is going down, the Canadian is going down. So if you are bear in mind these two, that can help in some trading with Canadian. Okay, so that's what I'm going to look for. Canadian, Euro Pound. Just as I was saying, I was looking for sale for Euro Pound, and this happened. Except, yes, I was expecting the Article 50 being triggered, but when they said they're not going to trigger it, of course, immediately I was looking for opportunities to go for trades for Euro Pound, because I did expect it. Well, if they're not going to trigger Article 50, they should move it up a bit, the pair, the pound. And that's exactly what happened. And because the Euro Pound was also very close to one of the main levels, and I was telling you, it does look like a second shoulder, and it still does look like a second shoulder. You can see here and here, I was saying to you, it does look like a second shoulder, and that's why I will be looking at very close to that level. Of course, if the Article 50 would have been triggered, I expected to go up, and it wasn't. So this gave strength to the pound and went down, and worked out as a little pattern. And here we had double top on a smaller chart, and if we go on the 15-minute chart, you would see it was a very nice channel here. That's what I used for my trades. I used this one first, and then I was using this. If you just go a little bit like this, you would see this was the second to use. Well, using the whole thing really, and that little movement, and then a little horizontal, so it like kind of gives you like a double really signal, let's say, for me, that it's going to continue going down. And right now I'm out of the trades. Of course, it's breaking the main level right now, and I'm not sure if I will be trading it this week. Just as I was saying, last week I was looking for sell opportunities. This week I don't know, because again, it's uncertainty with pound. I don't know if they're going to trigger Article 50 or not. I can expect that it might, as I said, pound continue go up a little bit before the Article 50. Maybe it will be the week after, because they said might be the end of the March. I'm saying this is the worst thing is the waiting time and the uncertainty and the unknown situation. When is it going to happen? So I can expect maybe if they will not do anything next week and the pound will get a little bit stronger, so that it might continue and actually finish the pattern, let's say, right? So it might continue to go down. But at this moment, because I'm not really certain about it, that's why I think I wouldn't go into the trade. Here was a good opportunity. I told you why. And here, right now, I think it could be a little bit risky. So that's why right now they walked around all of this news and all around this event. So for me, I just don't want to go into this at this moment. Wouldn't feel comfortable. Well, unless, as I'm saying, unless it will be very nice and beautiful channel, just like it was there before. So depends, I guess. If it will be a really nice little channel, which I use for my system, which I usually use on euro dollar, but I'm saying it can be on any pairs if there is a good channel, which especially around some important levels. So right now it's right around important level, and I would have a look what again it will create. But I'm saying I wouldn't be comfortable, I think, because with uncertainty with the pound. And as I'm saying, my most concern is that it could go a little bit up and then consolidate in that area where I showed to you previously. So then for euro pound, well, possibly if euro dollar there, you saw if it's head and shoulders, and if it will drop, then yes, it might would work as a nice a pattern. It might will continue. But right now, well, yeah, we can see that it did change the direction and it changed the trend, so it was going up, and now it's you can see. So as I'm saying, I'm not going to draw it because it's obvious, you can see it. It's in a downtrend channel. You can just need to make it a little bit nicer and a little bit straight, let's say, so you can see, and then you would see it's, yeah, it's in a downtrend channel, right? So wherever you have two tops, one bottom, you can already draw a little bit high, a little bit low. So roughly you can see, yes, it's from the uptrend, it's changed the direction. Now it does look like it's in a downtrend, and maybe it could be quite rough, like it's already touched, let's say, this level. Maybe it could be a little bit low, so it might go a little bit low, and then it will turn around and go up again. That's something can be expected anything right now. I'm not comfortable, I think, to go for trade with euro pound, because if suddenly they will trigger Article 50, then anything can happen. So that's what I'm saying. Just like with the news, any news events, it could go anyway. And if you're in a trade, you can end up in a very bad trade. So I prefer a little bit more certainty after Article 50 triggered. So that's my thoughts for euro pound. Gold and this nice movement again on the news event. Remember, that's why I come out from my trade, from previous trade in here, because the other news we had, and then of course the next news. I said to you I will not go for any trade and nothing until the news event. And I did went into the gold. I went into the trade. First I wasn't sure, because you know how careful with gold, but it gave me such a good pattern that I just thought, you know, it's a very good opportunity, because it did work before. It worked well on a triangle, and you know, triangle is one of my favorite patterns. So when I saw it right before the news event happened, so I thought, oh, it's just going to be you know, a big miss opportunity, because look at this beautiful move, and triangle is just amazing. After a good drop, you would expect a correction anyway, so it was a little one correction, and it's created this nice pattern, and I thought, yeah, I'm definitely going for it. I did come out a little bit early from it though, of course, you know how the pattern works, so this time I come out. I did use again my system. I did place the both ways orders, and I traded not with the triangle system though. I traded still with my news event. If you go on the 15-minute chart, you will see that that's what I liked about it, is that it's created the triangle and it's created a little nice channel before the news event happened. This is what I look for before the news happens. So that's why it was just like a double confirmation that you should go for this trade. So that's how I went for the trade, and it was really nice. Just come out a little bit earlier, could have get a little bit more, but it's better to come out with something with than with nothing or with the loss, let's say. So still had a quite good profit on that movement. That was just perfect. This week it was absolutely perfect. That's how I wish all the news will come out. Because we didn't have the jumps. You see, it didn't jump down, it didn't jump up. It just went one direction, and that's it. And that's how you want it to be. If it would always go like this, it just would have been incredible. So what's now with gold? It's consolidating again, you can see. So we have, maybe to have a flag. Wherever here is, could be a little, again, like mini triangle or something here. It's another partner, I always forget the name of it, but so it could be like consolidation around here. Well, it's not could be, it's already consolidating, obviously. So now it's just waiting time for continuing consolidation, and I would have go maybe, I don't know, for again, here would be for me two pending orders to again buy and sell, because it's hard to say which way it's going now. If you remember when I was telling you when it was going up, I said to you I would wait for this when it comes to this level, and then I will be looking for opportunities to go around this area for sell more, because it was going up for too long and needs the correction. Now it did this correction, but it could be correction of the uptrend, it could be a starting downtrend. That's the correction, and continue go down because it's in the middle. That's what my always point is. When it's like this, when it's not went enough down, not went enough up, I would go for both directions, pending orders, buy and sell. So, but of course, waiting for consolidation and just using one of my strategies. That's how I see gold. Okay, and pound yen, I do not trade this pair, but as many are asked to make videos of it, analysis. So here it is. It's still in the triangle. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. You go on a smaller charts. There are some movements inside, of course, in here, but you can see it didn't pick the direction. So there is no trend. There is no trend. So it's still inside. And it's still, I guess it's waiting for news from the UK. I think it's concentrating on Brexit. That's all my thoughts for pound yen. But is it, again, the same, what I can say, you never know which way it will go, because just like you can see with this, interest rates, everybody were expecting that interest rates will rise. So everybody already knew about it. And that's why when it actually come out, nobody reacted in the way that the dollar should go up. The dollar went down because the market suddenly stopped concentrating on that news. They changed their mind and concentrating on something else for the future news. And that's why dollar dropped. Otherwise, if market didn't know about interest rate, wasn't sure, then it should go up. So with Brexit is the same. We all know the Brexit should happen, and we do know it's for 2 years. Actually, England is going to come out from EU, and as I'm saying, anything can happen. How the market will accept it, I don't know. I still think it will be negative. Well, accepted in not in the pound favor. So I still think it will drop. The pound will drop. But yes or no, I don't know. Maybe they will come out afterwards. They will have comments that, oh, we have great contracts with like other countries, and economically it will be more profitable for England, you know. And then the market might concentrate on that and it might jump up. That's what I'm saying. And that's why I said before in the previous video in the news, it could be jumped up. So you expect to jump one direction, it could jump the other direction. Just anything can happen. So I'm saying if you're not sure, it's better to stay away from the market. But at the same time, it's the possibility to miss good trades. Like, for example, you see this week, it was great week. Very good movements without jumpings, like, unexpected. It just was great. But, sometimes there are days and news when it could jump any directions up and down. That's what I was saying. You need to be at the screen when the news happens and analyze the situation at the moment. So, because if it will jump up, jump down, you need to correct the trades. You need to see what you can do and how to improve and see what's the market actually concentrating on. So that's what I'm saying. It could be tricky. So yeah, it does look like, yeah, if it's bad news for pound, so yeah, I would think it will come out from the triangle, go down, but who knows, maybe the market decided to go up. That's why I'm saying I use both directions, the painting orders both directions. So that's all, guys, my thoughts and analysis for the next week. And if you like it, don't forget to subscribe. Happy trading. Bye everyone.